Disturbing late reports from London are that the Duke of Edinburgh, the Queen's husband, Prince Philip, who will be 91 years old this Sunday, has been hospitalized for a bladder infection. But even without his presence, the celebration will go on of the Queen's Jubilee, continuing today in grand fashion with a picnic for 12,000 people at Buckingham Palace in the gardens there, following a spectacular 1,000-boat regatta on the Thames on Sunday. That is only for starters. Tonight, the Queen will host a concert featuring Paul McCartney, Elton John, Tom Jones, among many others, a specially built stadium just outside the palace. And joining me now, Robert Jobson, NBC's royal contributor. Thank you so much for being with us, Robert. First of all, what do we know about the Duke of Edinburgh? Because obviously this is troubling just because it would obviously be an issue for Her Majesty.
Well, of course, the Duke of Edinburgh is 90 years old, and he was very seriously ill in December earlier this last year. So, you know, it is a concern. He's been hospitalised, and he's had with a bladder infection. The palace are doing their best to play this down at the moment, but in truth, it is a concern. The Queen will carry on with the concert that's taking place behind me later on today. But the reality is, because of his age and because of the seriousness of his illness that he had only a few months ago, they are concerned.
One of the things watching this from this side of the Atlantic is just how extraordinary the love and affection for the Queen is among her subjects. And we know that she went through, 1992, the annus horribilis in her own words in her speech to Parliament. But she has so come back from that and all the problems with the family. To what do you attribute that?
Well, I think that the royal wedding of Prince William and the Duchess of Cambridge, Kate, was very influential in terms of putting the royal family back on the map. But in terms of a Jubilee celebration, this is a truly historic and unique moment. Only ever happened once before with Queen Victoria in 1897. So I think everybody's just reflecting upon what a great job the Queen has done over the last 6 decades. And one must remember, of course, her first Prime Minister was Sir Winston Churchill. So she has done an incredible job at the helm of this country. And I think people are just looking back and paying tribute to her for that. And that's why so many people turned out in the miserable conditions and in the rain to cheer her.
And in fact, that regatta was something that hadn't happened in 300 years. It was really extraordinary to watch. And the fact that she just carries on and does it with such aplomb is really remarkable. When you think about it, we were talking this weekend about this fact, Robert, that of the British monarchs, the 3 strongest and most memorable have all been women: Elizabeth, Victoria, and now Elizabeth.
Well, that's right, and also things will change because, of course, with Prince William and Catherine, if they have a baby girl, that for the first time in history, that baby girl will be automatically the Queen, the next monarch, because of the changes in the rules, the rules of primogeniture, it's called, which used to give the boys preference. Now that's all gone. So, and it's quite a wise move, really, because some of the greatest monarchs in British history have been Elizabeth I, Queen Victoria, and now, of course, Elizabeth II.
Hear, hear. We vote for that. Thank you very much. Thanks, Robert. Enjoy the parties.